Hello.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to TFL Table Talk, the
Seven.
7th of September.
Boy, September this year has flown.
I'm telling you, it's just
The
crazy.
older you get, the faster it goes.
That's what they say out. You can let me know.
Yep. We're in the throes of packing and moving.
Yes.
So we've got that chore. That's not one of the favorite chores that I've done.
No, no. And, with ministry and work, we've moved a lot. But this is our last move.
Lord willing.
Lord willing. That's always understood, but we better say it for those who, so we haven't been on, we haven't been real consistent with table talks, but we've had some emails and things, and we really appreciate those.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to hop on, let you know everything's going okay according to plan. A wonderful local friend of ours came and picked up the chickens, and he free ranges and does things a lot very, very similar to how we do things. So we were very happy that he offered to take the chickens, and so we were real happy to see them go to a good home. He has that breed anyway, so that worked out good. And
Yeah.
packing, lightening our load. If you followed us over the years, we've downsized a few times, but we're doing it again.
Wow.
Traveling light, as my husband says, but he's given up trying to make me travel light. So But anyway, that's where we are. Everything's going good. Thor's a little stressed because of all the boxes. He's only moved once before, so he's not real sure what's happening. But he and brother are doing fine, and we're fine. So.
Yep. And for those of you that have subscribed to the YouTube channel,
Oh yes.
we have some more videos that Rhonda's recorded, and I'm going to be working on trying to get them edited and put up. Scheduled out over the next few weeks while we're moving.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, it's the weather. It's been a hot year here, up here in the north, Virginia mountains. Uh, it's everybody around says that it's been the hottest one they can remember. So been hot here. The garden took a big hit. Um, we do have a butternut squash sitting here on the table.
It is a rugosa, if I'm saying that right, butternut squash. That's why all had the bumps are on it. It's the kind. It's from Italy, so
Yeah.
that's why it looks like that.
So it almost, didn't produce much, but it started producing because after about a month of no rain, um, we started getting some rain and everything started coming back. So, down here, most of the people don't water in this valley because they have enough rain every year.
Yeah.
This year was a little different, right? When some of these guys that plant corn every year needed it.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing because I know this mic is picking up the word freaking half of a water bowl.
Yep.
He goes all day without drinking, and we sit down to talk to you. And well, there he goes. Okay.
Yep.
But yes, the corn, they
Yep.
really suffered.
Yeah.
Really suffered.
I don't know if it's even going to make, the corn we planted. I don't know. It's shot up now after the rain, but
Well, the nights are so cool now. Our
right.
nights are in the 40s now. So
Yeah, the growing season's real short here.
Yeah.
Which that's tough.
That's one of the things we're looking forward to the most about being back down home.
Yeah. One of the guys said about rotational grazing that's done it for years. He does it in, I think, central or south Missouri. And Missouri has some good dirt in some places and, some good grass. And he's just like, why don't you move where it's easier? Well, I almost feel the same way about growing seasons. I mean, the growing season is so short here that you really need a greenhouse or raised beds, hoop houses over them to get, any kind of good harvest.
Yeah.
Down south, it was that growing zone 8 that
8A that we'll be back
8A.
in.
That growing zone, you can get 3 pickings off,
Oh, easy.
purple eyes, purple hull, peas,
Yep. Yep.
and up here you'll get one. There's such a big difference in growing seasons. So yeah, that's one thing about this area that you know
It's been challenged for
is a
us.
challenge. Yeah, you really have to, if you're going to live in an area like this, you really have to buckle down and get some things done to get things in the ground. And even though you don't need water all the time here, boy, they could have used it this year. You look at people's gardens and their, you know,
Yeah.
raised beds, and they just didn't do much because they're not used to having to water,
Yeah.
and drip irrigation really worked well for us in the
Yes.
past
Yes.
when we had to water. Um, that really did a good job. It didn't get the plants too wet and didn't get the mulch wet for too wet for setting up mold. We could really kind of direct where the water dripped to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That was really good.
and it was easy. We got those little, little roll up extension cord things, and we had it collapses, that drip irrigation collapse, and then you could roll up 100 feet on one of those.
Keep it freezing in the wintertime. You'd roll it up.
Yeah,
And it
we
worked.
had like I don't know, we had like three or four
Yeah. We
extension cord rolled up
Yeah, we
drip
had,
irrigation.
I think we had 400 feet of drip irrigation hose. I can't remember now, but something like that.
That really saves time.
Yeah.
Something else that's good for getting water around tomato plants that we liked was those
Oh,
red trays.
yes.
Those red trays, something about that color in the sun is supposed to help them. I'm not real sure about that, and
But we
plausible.
did have less hornworms from
Yep,
using those.
yep. And that's something else it was supposed to do: keep the hornworms from coming out of the ground and attacking your. And we had a lot less of them, and then it helped with getting the drip irrigation right to the roots.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
yeah,
We
they
used
worked
those around the
good.
bell peppers too.
Yeah,
We
we
did.
did.
They did well.
And it's something about the sun reflects off that color and helps with the plants.
Ripening fast, or I don't remember.
Something like that. But I'm not real sure. But I did. We used them 2 years before they broke down from sun damage. So they weren't real expensive. You buy them in packs, but you know, yeah, it was. I would do it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna be away for a few weeks while we're getting actually physically moved and set back up, and then our plan is, and you know how that goes. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Our plan is, as we are rebuilding, to video it and share it with you. um, just be real and the difficulties
Yep.
and the challenges, because um, we are not as young as we used to be. So starting over when you're older is going to be different.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yep.
different because
It's fun.
got to work harder. No, 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 no. Got to
Work smarter.
work smarter, not harder. There you go.
Yep.
I don't get it out.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
anyway, thank you for all your support and your encouragement, and for watching the videos, sharing the videos, visiting Farmer's Lamp, emails, everything that you do that supports and encourages us. We really appreciate that.
Got a few questions. Anyone that you wanted to pick that you'd gotten?
Yes, one in particular. I haven't heard back from her yet. So if you're listening,
Mm-hmm.
send me the pictures. I got an email from a lady whose hens had a hen who was losing all of her feathers. And at first she thought it was a molt. And then she started seeing blood on her. And then another one of hers started it. And the hens were pecking on it. And she thought maybe it was mites. So I emailed her back and asked her to share pictures with me. Now, without being able to handle your birds, look at your environment, see your setup, look at what all's going on, I can't say this is what's happening most of the time. Some things you can, but if you have a question or something, feel free to contact me. Send me pictures. Let me be able to at least put my eyes on it. But like I said, I can't say this is what's happening, but I can lead you down the path and help you. And I will work with you. We will work with you, however long it takes to figure out what's happening. But I will share with you one thing I did tell her while I'm waiting to get the pictures back from her. If you see an illness or anything in your flock that's not flock wide, isolate. Separate that bird from the rest of the flock. Because if it is something that can spread or is something that is contagious, then you've got a problem. So
Yeah.
isolate the bird. And she was concerned because the hens were pecking at her. Yes, chickens are omnivores, and especially if something's bloody, they're going to peck at it. Their pecking order is very serious. Any weakness, they will attack. It's just who they are. It's not a breed specific thing. It is chickens in general. So, separating the bird can also help protect the bird from the flock. Because if she's got bloody sores or something on her, they're going to peck at her. They see her skin; it looks different. They're going to peck at her, and that can create a whole nother problem. So always, at first sign of any problem, isolate.
Yeah.
Feel free to reach out to us. Nobody knows everything. we have over 45 years of experience, and we still come up on things that we're like, huh? Like my hen crowing, you still come up on things. So that's part of the fun of this lifestyle, though, is you
Yeah.
never know it all, but we will help you find the answers.
Yeah.
If we don't know them, we will help you find the answers. And when she gets back to me, I will work with her, and we'll start with mites and how to take care of those. And if that's not it, then we'll just move on down the list until we find the problem.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, send pictures.
Yeah. Yep. That's helpful.
Yep.
Yeah. The isolation's good for so many reasons. The foundational principles, of like a chicken flock. That's one of them. You can then control that chicken's water source. You can add apple cider vinegar to the water.
Mm-hmm.
You can control
Garlic and DE on the food, and yeah.
I mean, it's just it's been so many benefits to something like that. So that's a key. And that keep an eye on your flock. Always when you go out there, you want once a day to lay your eyes on your flock, and
At least
you're
once a day.
assessing and looking for any problems so you can stop those problems before they become real problems.
Yep.
Big problems. So
Yep.
um, we'll see what the rest of September brings. I know a lot of you are struggling with the high inflation that we're under. Rhonda was in the store, a few weeks ago, and she heard a kid ask his mom for a watermelon, and she said, well, we're going to have to get some real food first before we decide we got enough money for a watermelon.
It broke my heart.
That's happening. Price of goods are going up, whether it's price gouging or inflation or a combination. The dollar's losing its purchasing power. You feel the effects, and we hope that God's blessed you. As far as something that we'd share that's helped us, that we've enjoyed, you wanted to share the hydrogen
Well,
water?
we've got so much packed up.
Yeah.
and we've shared so many things already that it's kind of hard to remember what all we've shared and what we haven't. So if we repeat ourselves, that's okay. It takes how many times of hearing something for the mind to remember it? I forget.
Yeah.
Like 30 or something. Whatever.
Depends on the person. I know some people I've told the same thing to hundreds of times. They still don't know. Not you, other people.
Right. We'll discuss that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what is it?
Yeah.
It's a hydrogen bottle.
Yep.
You put water in it. Room temperature water. We put water out of the Berkey for.
Purified water, distilled water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do those.
Then you're going to turn it on. I don't know if it'll hurt it if I turn on no water in it. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, turn it on.
You turn it on, and the blue light comes on. Turn it off real fast. But it increases the hydrogen molecules in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it more hydrating for your body. We also do that with food grade hydrogen peroxide. We put it's a cleansing process that we do that we'll go into another
Yeah.
time because it's too complicated to do it safely. But it's basically the same thing. It's just putting hydrogen, increasing the hydrogen
Yeah.
molecules
Extra.
in
It's
the
the
water.
extra oxygen molecule added. And
You share about Thor?
I'll tell you what. Yeah. Thor. Will.
No,
No,
he's
I'm
not
not talking to
talking.
you.
He's talking about you.
I'm talking about you. Um, he got to where if we turned it on, he wanted some. And maybe you notice your dogs might go outside. They'll walk right past water that comes out of the faucet, and they'll go outside and drink out of a puddle or something from rainwater. Well, he's about the same way with this. If we turn it on, he hears the beep, he'd come ask for the water, and he will drain that whole. We'll put the glass in a bowl for him, and he'll drain that whole bowl. So
He will now even come and tell you he wants something. And now we finally figured out what he's wanting. He's wanting water. And he will watch you fill it up and he will sit and wait for it to beep. And when it beeps, he stands up and he goes to his water bowl. And this is from a dog who, you know, wouldn't drink out of his water bowl.
sometimes, yeah,
He would, unless he had to.
right.
He would go outside and drink out of the chicken buckets or, or the rainwater buckets or something, Uh, he just didn't drink a lot out of his water bowl, and it's spring water. It's not
It's
it's spring
spring,
fed water,
yeah, it's
but
spring
he will
water.
ask for us to come in here and fix him some hydrogen
Yeah,
water. So
he likes that.
he likes it.
Yeah, it's spring water, but it comes down almost 2 miles in a PVC water pipe.
Yeah, so it
That
loses a
black
lot
water
of
pipe,
yeah.
and it's that water pipe. It doesn't have a holding tank because there's so much line that is your holding tank. So by the time it gets to us, some of it's probably been sitting in that line for a while, and water that sits, I don't know how long, but everybody knows this. It
Loses
sits, it gets
energy.
stale,
Mm-hmm.
it loses its wetness, some people would say, or its ability to absorb. It gets thicker, it gets stale, and animals like drinking from running
Like
water.
energy water, water
Yeah.
with life in it. Mm-hmm.
So by the time it gets to us and gets to his bowls, those minerals might have settled a little bit, and you know,
Yeah,
so he enjoys this.
he does, and we do too. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
it
we
tastes
we do too.
cleaner and wetter,
Yeah, it does.
um, but we don't seem to crave it like he does. We don't. It's not something
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I've got to have some hydrogen water.
yeah,
I can tell a difference in it in my body, but he really loves it and asks
yep.
for it. So
You
there
can
you
put
go.
a
We
little
got that
bit.
on Amazon, and I will put a link.
It's like $22
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that thing, and it's working.
Rechargeable.
Yeah, it's rechargeable and it works good, and hasn't had any problem with it.
We take it with us when we're traveling,
Yeah,
so we can.
and we've had it for a few months now,
Yeah, yeah,
at least.
yeah. 7 or 8 months. Oh,
7 months.
long
Yeah,
time.
I don't keep track of time well, but we've had it.
We've had it a while. Trust me.
Yep. So, I mean, other than that, we give you an update there,
Yep.
and we'll stay in touch. You're always welcome to send us an email, or, if you have any questions or just want to share. We have some people email us and just share about their week and what they went through or what they're going through. And we pray that God blesses you and that you gear up and are healthy for this holiday season that's coming, and that you'll have friends
Best.
and family to sit around with and enjoy that season that's coming up.
Yes.
So until next time.
Safe and happy journey.